This map kind of reminds me of Raccoon City, like from the RE2 and 3 remake. Now I know most of you probably don't even know what the hell that means, but if you know, you know. But this map is also terrible for lighting, so we're gonna go somewhere else. I mean, this map sucks too, but at least the sun's out, so yeah. We went ahead and got Atomic on all the Season 5 weapons, at least the ones that are currently out right now. That being the EX1, the RA225, which is just the Vanguard AMP, and the Valvoy Revolver, or however the hell you say it. And now here's gold on the EX1, the RA225, and the Valvoy Revolver. Here's diamond on the EX1, the RA225, and the Valvoy Revolver. And here's atomic for the EX1, the RA225, and the Valvoy Revolver. And now starting off with the EX1, I originally thought this gun was pretty stupid, not gonna lie, but this thing is significantly better than the other Vanguard weapons, at least in terms of not being boring as shit, which probably has to do with the fact that this is a more modern or arguably futuristic weapon and not something made out of plywood in 1942 like the rest of the Vanguard weapons. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still stupid, but again, compared to the MP40 and the DP27 and all the same shit we've had 100 times, I don't know, I'm just kind of over it. Even down to something as iconic as the MP40. I don't know if it's because we had Cold War and then Vanguard back to back after having World War II come out in like 2019 or 2018 or whatever it was. But the whole World War II era has just been played out to shit, and I'm over it. If it was like Black Ops 3 and we had more modern and futuristic weapons to begin with, and then, you know, as like a DLC gun, we got the MP40 or something, then it'd kind of be bearable because, you know, it's kind of like a nostalgic element to it, I guess. But lately, we've pretty much been stuck in the fucking past, and like I said, I'm just over it. All the guns suck. The technology from back then sucked. I don't know. I just can't stand anything from before like 1990 in terms of like weapon or technology. I want nothing to do with. Like, even though I just said if we had more modern or futuristic weapons and then we had like a MP40 as a DLC gun, I don't even want that in MW2 or probably the next 7 Call of Duties, because again, we've had it like 12 times in the past 5 years and there's just no need. But anyway, this gun isn't terrible. I mean, it's not as broken as you would think a laser beam would be broken in 1942, but it's still pretty decent. I would argue that it's actually pretty versatile because you can kind of kit it out to be an AR, an SMG, a marksman rifle, or a sniper. And granted, I don't really know how most of them like fare in terms of not being trash, but I guess just the fact that you have that versatility is nice to have, even though it might go unused. And now, as you can see here, the only thing really bad with this thing is the reload time, because no matter what, it takes forever. Not forever, but oh, sorry, guy. And although in multiplayer you have unlimited ammo, you still have like an ammo capacity. It kind of would have made more sense if they had it like overheat, so to speak, instead of like a bullet count. And obviously you can't see it now because we're in hardcore, but, and again, for like the millionth time, I feel like the thing that really saves this gun for me, because again, it's not really that, at least in my hands, it's not broken, like it's nothing really exceptional, but the saving grace is that, again, it's a futuristic weapon and not World War II era, but I digress. Next up is the AMP, which is pretty much, like I said, I think at some point, it's just the Vanguard. Did I say the AMP? Well, spoiler alert. Next up is the RA225, which is essentially just a Vanguard AMP, although this is a SMG and not a handgun. It's just, you know, it's more of the same. Like I said, the EX1 at least had the wow factor, whereas this is just essentially just a copy and paste SMG. It's not terrible, but at the same time, it's nothing special. So with that logic, why even have it aside from just being able to say, oh, look, guys, new season, new guns? They could have left this gun out, and I feel like nobody would have even noticed or cared. Again, it's just a way for them to say there's more weapons in the game, even though most of them lack substance. But the joke's on me, because obviously I went ahead and got it atomic, and I'm going to get a dark ether whenever that comes around. So yeah, that's a shame. And then last up is the Valvoy Revolver, which not only has a dumb name, but it's a dumb gun, because actually for a lot of reasons, but the main one being it fucking sucks. It's treated as a melee weapon in terms of like challenges, which is kind of good because we don't have to level it up. But then again, in zombies, it's treated as a handgun, so we do have to level it up, which doesn't make any sense. I mean, it makes sense as to why they treat it as a melee weapon, because the gun aspect of this is I mean, we're in hardcore, so this doesn't really count, but the gun aspect of this is trash because, one, it's a revolver, you only get 6 shots, and 2, there's no attachments. So to put that into consideration, and that's a 2-hit in hardcore, but it also doesn't make sense because in Vanguard, in zombies, like I said, we have to level it up, but there's no attachments. So like, why would they treat it as a handgun in zombies and not as a melee weapon, when again, we have to level it to level 60 and we get 0 attachments the entire time? And granted, I've yet to use this in I shot this dude in the back and it counted as a backstabber. I mean, I wish I would have known that earlier, as I was actually trying to like backstab melee people. So if you're watching this and you didn't get that atomic yet, there you go. Which I would assume probably works for all the kills, which short of this thing being trash probably would have helped with the slide kills. But yeah, I don't know why they would separate the two in terms of, oh, it's a melee in multiplayer, but it's a handgun in zombies. But again, I feel like it's my fault for expecting this game to make any sense ever. And ultimately, as I just said, joke's on me because I'm the dumbass that went and got got them all atomic. Again, the EX1 wasn't bad because at the very least it was refreshing, but the Vanguard AMP and the sniper revolver are just, and I mean, to be fair, I mean, I guess not really, because I was going to say the revolver at least gets a point for being somewhat unique. The 225 at least gets attachment. So, you know, you can kind of kit that out to be better, whereas this just, no matter what you do, this sucks. And, you know, it's fitting because playing this game is just perpetual defeat. I don't even know where the camera's at, so I'm not even going to really try to look at it. I've been trying to look at it more to be more, you know, personal. I somehow got to play the game. Although the crazy part about the revolver is I posted it on a YouTube short and a TikTok. And as of right now, the YouTube short has almost 12,000 views and the TikTok has 165,000 views. So I guess, you know, I guess it wasn't completely worthless. Now I've tried the DMR conversion with this, but I haven't tried the burst. I mean, personally, I think the sniper conversion sucks because you have to like charge it. And I don't know if you can like, essentially treat it as a DMR and that you need to charge it to get like the sniper power. But either way, I'd rather just use it as an AR at that point, or the DMR, and just call it what it is. But again, I do think it's still cool that, like, you know, we have that option. Holy shit. I mean, granted, you know, we normally play in hardcore because get the fuck in the window. If you're a camo grinder, hey, what kind of fake taxi shit is this? If you're a camo grinder and you play in core, aside from, you know, getting snipers or melee weapons, you're just a complete fucking psychopath. For what it's worth, I think the burst might be the best. I mean, this guy's just up in the window with the fucking UGM, but I think the burst might be one of the better loadouts for this. I mean, I've tried this in Warzone with like the AR and SMG builds. Even the sniper build in Warzone sucks. But as far as like the AR and SMG build in Warzone, it also sucks. But I feel like this burst conversion, okay. See, like, God damn. This burst conversion kit might actually be worth it. Did I get sniped or did I get ran over? But yeah, I don't really know what the hell I'm saying. We will be going and getting these Dark Ether whenever we get Dark Ether. We could go through and get them Golden Viper, but I feel like that's kind of a waste of a video because, you know, we still have to unlock Dark Ether, which I don't want to do it. I mean, to be fair though, zombies at this point is better than at least hardcore because, you know, in zombies, there's no grenade spamming. There's no weirdos sitting in a fucking corner waiting for the dad to get out of the bathtub. It's just a tedious amount of grinding, but it's pretty like effortless. You just kind of sit in a corner and shoot. Obviously, there's a slight RNG aspect with the covenants and whatever, but if there's one thing that I want from MW2, it's a game mode where there's no explosives, there's no lethals, there's no lethal kill streaks, there's no lethal equipment, because the fucking amount of people that just throw grenades, like, what is the point? Like, unless you're going for like all-time kill records, which plot twist nobody gives a shit about, like, there's no gold grenade camo. At that point, I'd be able to understand it because it's the same thing with like shotguns and the riot shield, or even like the launchers. Like, I hate using those, but if I have to unlock the camo for them, it is what it is. But there's no diamond grenades. And as much as I hate saying that out loud in a weird way, I mean, but then you wouldn't even be able to see it. So that's just all around stupid. Activision, don't listen to that, Activision. I know you like to do stupid shit. Can you imagine MW2 comes out and I'm the reason there's diamonds, fucking frag grenades? My God. But I digress. Although not really, because speaking of Activision doing stupid shit, when I went to level up the RA225 in Warzone, I think it was Prestigious Key or, you know, Exclusive Ace or somebody put out a video where I wouldn't say it's a glitch, but there was like a XP exploit where pretty much instead of playing the objective, you just go to the buy station and buy a bunch of shit. Come on, pussy. Yeah, go and get blasted. My car now. Oh shit, it's but pretty much instead of playing the objective, you just go to the buy station and buy shit and you get points for it. And apparently you could get like 100,000 points per game or something. So, you know, yesterday I got off of work and I was like, oh, I'll do that to level up the RA225 because that last stand or last call, whatever game mode is the only game mode or the only playlist with double weapon XP. So I figured I would stack that with a double stuttering problem. I'd stack that with a double weapon XP token and, you know, just get the RA225 max level pretty much immediately. But by the time I got to it after work, they had already patched it, which I wouldn't be mad at if they patched other shit that's more important in that same speed. But what it really boils down to is that they don't really care about fixing the game. They just want you to get stuck in the game. So instead of being like, oh, you know, yeah, all this other broken shit sucks, but, you know, you'll keep playing it. Whereas with this XP glitch or exploit, whatever you want to call it, they looked at it as like, oh shit, they're going to max level in 2 days and then not play the game anymore. So we got to get rid of that so that they'll keep playing the fucking game, even though nobody wants to play this fucking game. But we would want to play it if you fix the shit that actually need to be fixed instead of these stupid XP exploits that don't mean anything, because who gives a shit if I'm level 1000? There's no fucking, the prestige system is fucked. It doesn't even matter anymore. So yeah, I guess point being, Activision should just change their name to ass backwards because that's just how they operate. He's still in there. My God. I'm gonna kill this bitch with the French revolver. I'm gonna give him a baguette. Yeah, come on, get Frenched out. Oh, he's already dead. Watch this. We're gonna do a drive-by. Ready? Oh shit, drive-by. Yeah. Oh my God. We're either gonna give him the baguette or the drive-by. I'm hoping the baguette. Is baguette French? Shit. All right, drive-by round 2. Maybe we gotta do what he does and like sit up in the corner. Where's he at? Where's he at? Oh my god, dude, what the man? I mean, that's a Call of Duty player for you. This fucking rat's just sitting in the thing laid up on their stomach waiting for someone to mount their back. But damn, look at this guy, couldn't hit the ground if he aimed at it. But ultimately, I digress. Season 5, we unlocked Atomic on all the new Season 5 weapons, at least the ones that are out right now. Season 5 is, you know, it shouldn't even exist, but here we are. And to nobody's surprise, Activision still doesn't have their shit together. So, like I said, though, we will be going ahead and getting these Dark Ether whenever we get around to completing Dark Ether. It would have been nice to already have it, but I don't know if you tried grinding Vanguard zombies, but it's arguably the worst zombies experience we have ever had. I'd rather play Black Ops 2 zombies with the little transit fucking map with the little butt hugger, the little crawler things that hop on your head when you miss a train or the bus, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's gonna be it for this video. I'm Philly7X. Thank you for watching. Now get off me.